Hello everyone.
Hello.
You might have noticed that we've not been around for a little bit. It's been a while, but it's been a bit of a whirlwind adventure that we've been on, and we have someone to introduce you to.
I'm gonna. She's kind of a bit sleepy.
She's a bit asleep at the moment.
And it's so hot, she's half naked.
Yeah, it's like about 30 something degrees. Bit hot. So hot. Here she comes, everybody.
This is our precious cargo.
This is Penelope.
Oh dear.
Here she is.
Penelope Carol.
Penelope Carol.
Are you alright, baby?
Meet everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, she's here, she's in the world. Both Ali and Penelope are doing really well, and we are 100,000,000% totally in love with her. So,
Smitten, aren't we?
yeah, can't keep my eyes off of her. I've wasted so many hours looking at her. But yeah, like,
And she's a mini Paul.
yeah, she's pretty much a mini version of me. I'll whack up a picture of both of us as babies next to each other. And, yeah, poor girl.
When she's older, no one will even know I'm her mum. I'll be walking around and I think, oh, that's just a friend or a neighbour or someone babysitting her. She's definitely not her mum.
All she's got is your top lip, isn't it?
Yeah, let's go get her it. And she's a little bit sleepy. It's the heat at the moment.
It is the heat at the moment that's causing it.
Darling girl.
So tired. Just see the top of her head, mate.
I'm trying to move her gently.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm going to put her back.
yeah, we'll put her back.
She's like a little hot box as well at the moment.
She's a little hot water bottle.
Oh.
There she is. So
There's Penelope Carol.
we'll
Let's get your neck, darling.
we'll obviously post loads of pictures of her as she grows up. But you know what? Like, thanks for all the love and the lovely messages that we've had from like all of our followers. It's been absolutely amazing to feel the love coming to us, and yeah, we're very lucky. So thank you so much.
We're definitely enjoying being parents right now, and we've got a very happy and content little angel.
Yeah, we've been quite lucky. Like, she's
beautiful.
She's beautiful. She kind of sleeps okay sometimes. Other times
She's doing pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, we have had a few nights where she's cried a lot, but we're doing well. I think we're doing well.
And we're working as a team as well, so both of us are doing like what we can to help the other person out. Like, usually you'll do the nights, and I'll get up early and look after her so Ali can catch up on some sleep. But no, it's working really well.
So today we thought we would just briefly go through the birth story. We're not going to go into depth or anything like that.
No.
Just briefly. It was a difficult birth to the point where we're now thinking we don't want to go through that again.
I don't want to put you through that again.
So if we do get pregnant again, then it's definitely going to be an elective C-section after the birth that I've had. But we'll just roughly go through it. So Penelope was 7 days late?
7 days late, we went into hospital.
And they induced us because they said that her movements weren't as frequent, and they just said the risk is high when you go past your due date. So it was beneficial to be induced. So we did that. And we ended up being in hospital for 6 days.
Yeah. I was just like, kind of, gonna say it was quite traumatic, and like really proud of you for getting through all the pain and everything that you were in. And
childbirth is really hard. Even if you have a good childbirth, it's really hard.
it was hard, and yeah, I was just happy that I was actually allowed to be there to like support you, because I've heard stories like from friends who had babies in lockdown and everything that the birthing partner wasn't even allowed to be there until you're in active labour.
And there's a lot that goes on before you're in active labour, but Paul was the best birthing partner ever. He really helped me with the gas and air because he's a qualified scuba diving instructor, so you helped massively with that, and just being so loving and supportive, which is what every woman dreams of. Then what happened is, after being induced, we went to the delivery suite, and I was contracting like the clappers apparently, and I had quite a trauma with the cannula and epidural, and then my heart rate went up, and they needed to do an emergency to get her out. So we ended up going into theatre and having a emergency forceps delivery with an episiotomy. And sadly I caught an infection, and they weren't sure if it was sepsis, and I went downhill pretty quickly, and that's the scary part for Paul, really.
Yeah, I had no idea what was going on. All I knew was that Ali wasn't right and something was really, really wrong, and I was really worried because I was like thinking, like, you know, I can't cope with a baby on my own, and I don't want to
actually
lose.
had that thought going
Yeah,
in your mind.
I did. Yeah, I didn't want to lose the love of my life. So yeah, I was proper scared, but eventually
there was about 20 people in the theatre at the moment. They were all really like pandering around me, and I kept vomiting, and I remember shaking uncontrollably, wasn't I?
It was like you were in shock or had a fever. It was really scary to watch. Nothing I could do. I was just kind of sat there like, I'm in the way here. I don't know what the hell I'm
I wasn't really with it then, actually. I don't really remember a lot. I remember a few things, but they're pretty graphic, so I won't put you through that. And then afterwards, then we were in hospital recovering because we had the cannulas still in with the IV antibiotics, a catheter and all of that. So we were in hospital, me and Penelope, for about 3 days after, and you were a bit sad because you can visit 2 hours a day. And Penelope, you can tell the story about Penelope's cannula.
Yeah, so because they thought Ali had sepsis, they had to put Ali on like an IV antibiotic drip thing, and they had to do the same to Penelope. So like 2 hours after she was born, she was having a cannula put in, which is like really hard to watch.
And her hands are still bruised. She's 16 days old at the moment, and her hands are still bruised from it. So it must have been awful for her.
Yeah, like it took. There was 2 baby doctors in the neonatal unit who tried to do it, and they couldn't get it in. So they had to get the consultant of the ward to come and do it for us. And I tell you what, I could never do that. I could never ever like have a steady enough hand to put a cannula in a newborn baby. Like what they can do is amazing.
And the midwives as well. The midwives that we had on the delivery suite, wow.
They were amazing. Yeah.
Wow, like honest to God, they are superhuman. They are incredible. And shout out to St Michael's Hospital in Bristol and the 2 lovely midwives, Jasmine and Kerry. They were such a blessing.
They were amazing. Yeah.
They were, you felt so looked after. And now we're still healing in a little love bubble with our little angel, adapting to being parents. And I think she's a really happy and content baby, and I think we're doing all right.
Yeah, we are doing all right. Yeah. I mean, not worried about anything. Shush.
Ozzy's been great too.
Ozzy's been amazing. Ozzy's like totally in love with her. He wants to be around all the time. You know, he's going to be her best friend, I think.
How are you feeling about being a pops, a dad?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good about being a dad to a little girl. Like, I wanted a boy, but I think she's already got me around her little finger, and she's been alive for 16 days.
A lot of girls
anything she wants, anything she wants, she can have it.
She's
apart from a boyfriend.
We're looking at her past the camera, and she's currently smiling away. Oh.
No boyfriends though, Penelope.
She is beautiful, and everyone that we know loves and adores her. And okay, the birth wasn't easy, but a million times worth it.
Yeah.
Million times. And we will be trying to show you as much as we possibly can throughout our little journey together.
Yeah. So thanks for watching. Give it a like, subscribe, share, show your friends, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.